Hey guys, welcome to the Kentucky Derby 2023, where BMW of North America is one of the automotive sponsors of the event. And of course, we have here with us the BMW XM, which is the official luxury vehicle of the Derby. To learn more about the car, I have here with me Alex. He's part of the product team in North America, and he's going to tell us some new things, or maybe things that we already know about the XM, but just in case there is something new, please let me know.
Absolutely. Thanks, Horatio.
What do we have here first? What's the color and the trim, maybe? Let's start with that.
The 2023 BMW XM that you see here is built with Black Sapphire metallic paint. This trim over here is night gold metallic, which is sort of like a goldish tone trim. At the bottom, you have 23-inch wheels that are also bi-color. You can also get these 23-inch wheels to match with the night gold trim, or you can have this darker bi-color gray as an option.
All right, Alex, so before we talk about the specs, how about we pop up the hood, because I think that cover is quite cool. All right, so tell me what we have here.
So the BMW XM is, of course, a plug-in hybrid vehicle. It is equipped with a 4.4-liter V8 engine combined with an electric motor that gets a total output of 644 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque, and sprints from 0 to 60 in about 4.1 seconds.
Gotcha. And it's a plug-in hybrid.
Correct.
So tell me more about that.
So the electric motor that's on the BMW XM can get you about 30-ish miles of electric range only.
Sure.
And you can also drive the XM in just an electric driving mode only.
So if I want to recharge this one, how much time will it take to recharge the battery pack?
So if you go into a, your standard 7.4 kilowatt charging port, which is over on the side over here, it'll get you to a full charge in roughly 3 hours.
So if I want to have some fun with this one, can I just go into a four-wheel drive sport mode and push the rear wheels a little bit more?
Absolutely. You
Gotcha.
can customize the driving dynamics to whatever driving dynamics that you want.
Sure. Okay, so let me close this up a little bit so we can see the front end as well.
Sure.
So tell me more about the front end a little bit, because I know it's quite unique to the XM. Maybe point out some of the unique features on the car.
So of course we have our kidney grille, which it can be illuminated. So there is an illumination bar that surrounds the kidney grille frame. And outside of that, you have this night gold trim, which you can also opt on the XM to get in high gloss shadow line. So if gold is not your style, you can always get it in high gloss shadow line.
And split headlights, I guess, same as the other.
7 Series, the X7, the XM, all have this newer front end design with the split headlights.
All right, so tell me what we have here. Maybe let's start with the logos.
So as you may know, the BMW XM is the very first purpose-built BMW ever since the iconic BMW M1. And one of the ways that the designers paid homage to the BMW M1 is with these etched BMW roundels on either side of the windshield.
So they call them etched, not engraved, right?
Yeah, it's
you can actually feel it.
flat.
Got it. Very interesting. Okay, Alex, so now we're looking at the rear end of the BMW XM. Tell me what else it's different on the XM compared to other X SUVs.
So, being that this is also an M vehicle, it's got to have quad exhaust.
Sure.
But what's different with the XM is now the quad exhausts are both vertically stacked and they're pushed out a little bit, whereas with traditional M vehicles, the quad exhausts were horizontally oriented and near the middle.
Okay, so maybe, Alex, maybe we go inside the car right now, because I think that's where the XM stands out a little bit compared to the X5M and X6M. So maybe we do that. So let's hop in. All right, so we're inside the BMW XM. I see an all black interior design, but tell me if there are any other options.
Sure. So besides the all black interior, you have 3 other color options to choose from with the BMW XM. You have a secure orange leather interior.
Sure.
You also have a Silverstone leather interior, as well as a Deep Lagoon leather interior. With the Silverstone and the Deep Lagoon leather interior, you also will get a vintage leather application on the dashboard.
On the dashboard, okay.
And the side profiles of the doors, as well as a brown Alcantara headliner.
Okay, so of course it's an M car, so you have plenty of carbon fiber. So I see a lot of carbon fiber here and there. Is that standard in all the XM models?
Yes, in all the XM models.
Perfect. And large curve display with iDrive 8.
Correct.
It comes with an M display, I'm assuming.
Yes, this
same
is
as
the M-specific display that is on all the M cars, so the X5M, the X6M.
I also love the integration of this one compared to the other, X5M models, for example, or 6M. It looks to be really nicely integrated here.
Right.
And the carbon fiber all around, it makes it look really, really sporty. I'm assuming a bunch of luxury features here too, right? So
cool cup holders, wireless charging. We also have, of course, the iconic M gear shifter as well.
And I see an M hybrid button right there.
Yes.
So maybe we talk a little bit about this one because it's quite interesting,
Yeah.
actually.
So because this is a plug-in hybrid vehicle, when you press the M hybrid button, it allows you to choose how your driving dynamic, how you want to drive your vehicle. If you want to drive it in a hybrid mode that focuses more on range, or if you want to drive in electric only, or if you want to save the battery, you go into e-control mode and it will prioritize using the combustion engine to save the battery for another time during your drive. So the ambient lighting in the XM, you have a wide variety of colors to choose from. Everything from ivory to emerald to azure to more expressive colors like flamingo and rose. And what's cool about this ambient lighting is that it not only ties with the ambient lighting on the front over here, it also ties with what we call, or what I like to call, the centerpiece of the interior, which is this really cool sculptural 3D headliner. The ambient lighting is coordinated perfectly with the sculptural headliner. And it's a really cool feature to see, especially when you drive at night.
So we're at the Kentucky Derby today, so honestly I would love to have a chauffeur just drive me in this car. As much as I love driving, there's some of those days where I would just prefer to be in the back seat, be dropped off at a VIP tent and just enjoy the nice ride. So with that being said, tell me what we have here. So a very different bench than what we see in the other X products, so tell me more about that.
Sure. So whereas the front two seats are very driver oriented, you've got the very iconic M seats up front. In the back is what we call the M Lounge.
Okay.
And the M Lounge is very, very plush and luxurious compared to the front seats, which are more driver oriented and very hugs you and is more performance oriented. So the back seat, so I'm 6'4", and look at how much leg room I have. Plenty of room in the back seat over here. So it really is a plush experience. And even on the side panel over here, you can see that there's plenty of room on the side to keep your hand here. There's the side pockets on the door is cavernous. Really.
Yeah, they're massive actually.
Massive.
I think one thing that doesn't come across in videos and photos sometimes, it's really the nicely sculpted door, because it's kind of sculpted inside and that way it gives you a lot more lateral and elbow room and all of that. And I guess that's one thing that it's really interesting in the XM and something that I enjoy, because you can really lean into the door and kind of be in this very...
It feels like you're in like a couch.
In like a lounge,
in a lounge or a nightclub. And it's very, it's more prominent to see when you get it in some of the other colors, like the Silverstone or the Deep Lagoon. Because all of this over here will be lined in the same merino leather that's on the seats. So it really feels like you're sitting in a really plush couch in a lounge.
All right, so of course it's got more of a coupe-ish line in the back, but nonetheless you're quite tall, 6'4", I'm 6'2", and we still have a lot of headroom, even with our heads on, right? I mean,
surprisingly tall for a car that has that classic coupe body style with like a sloping roof, but the room inside is taller than expected.
Yeah. All right, so this is the base model in the US, and I mentioned a little bit earlier about the BMW XM Label Red. Tell me briefly about that car.
Sure. So the BMW XM Label Red is our top line XM model within the range. It gets 738 horsepower, 738 pound-feet of torque, and it has a 0 to 60 of 3.7 seconds.
So that's quite fast.
Right.
All right, well, Alex, thanks for all the details. I appreciate it. I spent so much time with the car. I drove it recently. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's super fast, a lot of fun, especially on some of the curvy roads. But I guess now it's time to go enjoy the Kentucky Derby and see some other BMW things as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you always.
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Take care.